do it again. Low.
What's happening here is this is what's called the cast or the gather, in which under normal paddock conditions, a chap, when he wants to bring his sheep to a certain point, he sends his dogs out to gather them, to put them all together. So one of the most important facets of a sheepdog's makeup is its ability to cast long distances. If they've got that natural ability, so much the better.
So how many men are they worth?
Well, it depends on the conditions. You know, they're worth quite a lot of men under some conditions, under mountain conditions, and particularly today with the high cost of labour. The sheepdogs are more and more sort of valuable, and this is what the Americans are finding too, that the Kelpie is replacing a lot of their labour problems because their ability to work under extreme conditions.
Have you got even the crudest idea of how many kilometres they might do in a day running around?
Oh, I'd say they'd run 50 or 60 kilometres something in a day.
It's amazing control.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Over low, quick, come on.
How long did you take to learn it, Pat?
Oh, I don't. I'm only a very low on the ladder.
Are you?
Yeah.
He's not really. He's the most promising Kelpie handler in Queensland,
really?
But he's very modest.
Now, the history of the breed, I mean, I suppose there'd be some people who say, yeah, mate, they bred dingoes into them and, yeah, they're damn fine dogs. What's the origin of the Kelpie?
Well, the Kelpie really is a refined collie. They were bred down from a number of strains of Scottish collies, not the border collie.
Just point out, these were not necessarily registered breeds as such, but they were types of dogs within a region, and some of the best of these were brought to Australia, and they developed dogs from them. I take it the original breeds are probably long gone.
They're long gone, and the actual mix of the collie strains was like a God-given act.
Yes.
Which was never repeated. And there was something in that mix of the 2 or 3 strains which were put together which created probably the greatest breed of working dog the world's ever seen. Certainly in terms of its contribution to a country, it created the greatest. Kelpie providentially was delivered to us at a time when we needed something to look after the merino sheep which were being liberated into huge areas of country. It's had the greatest influence, the greatest economical influence on a country of any breed of dog in the world, because without the Kelpie, the job of looking after that vastly developing merino flock would have been much more difficult. So I think that we owe a huge debt of gratitude to the working Kelpie.
And it's widely said that you've probably played a bigger part in the breeding of Kelpies than anyone else.
Well, that's nice for you to say so, Don.
What are you looking for in a pup?
Well, I just look for the pup that likes me, sort of thing.
Oh, really?
So
you want chemistry first?
That's what a little pup, as a little pup.
Yeah.
And then when he first starts to work, I want a dog that naturally wants to hold his sheep to me.
So you're selling a dog to Joe Bloggs from Whoop Whoop. Now, what's he going to pay? If you've got a promising young pup, what's that worth?
If you're talking about a dog that's showing what we call a started dog,
6 months of age.
6, 7, 8 months of age, well, anything from $800 to $2,000. A really top dog, well, they're pretty scarce. Like if you talk about a really top dog, like the likes of old Rip over there, a dog that in that class is pretty hard to get today. 10,000 has been offered for some dogs and probably wouldn't be anywhere near as good as him.
So this is one of the great dogs, this one. This is Rip?
Yes, this is Rip the third.
This is Rip's daughter, who is just a puppy and has had, what, 0 training?
Yes. Yep.
So this is total instinct. So this dog basically doesn't know anything about sheep, and it's working something out for itself based on purely hereditary factors.
That's right.
What's good about it?
Well, she's got what I call a lateral movement, a soft movement, and she's got, see that break off to get outside there instead of shouldering across a sheep. She's got the right makeup to take on and train whether you wanted to be a trial dog or an ordinary paddock dog.
The first thing is she's absolutely obsessed with them, isn't she?
Yeah,
Can't take her eyes
she's
off
very
them.
tuned into sheep.
Yeah.
When you look at all the breeds around the world, Australians can be very proud with what dog breeders have done with the Kelpie. It really is a sound breed of dog. Very few congenital problems at all. Occasionally I see a hip problem, but honestly, very rare. The only one thing, if you're going to buy one, remember they are an active working dog. They deserve lots of exercise and some obedience training to make a good family pet.
Over the years, what sort of joy, this damn good hobby that you've been involved in, what does it mean to you?
I believe that I'm a keeper of the flame, to try and maintain the characters of the Kelpie that other people before me have maintained.
It's a sacred trust.
It is a trust. I think it's a trust.
I was just thinking you must be an expert in Kelpies because you've written a number of books.
Well, if writing books makes you an expert, I suppose so. They've become the classic books of the breed. You know, they're selling in the United States for up to $250. They're your mates. Like, I mean, you depend on them, and when you sit down for a smoko out in the bush, you know, they're sitting alongside you and you throw them a bit of bread or something or other, and they're really your mates. You haven't got any other mates probably for days on ends, you know, you don't see anyone else, you know.